All right, your dynamic duo. We are here. We in the house. We said we're going to come here. Even though all that stuff doesn't happen in week 8, week 8 is came and it is gone. It's your dynamic duo, DK, TJ, DK Entry Podcast, full effect. Hey, where y'all at? Come on in here. I know y'all all happy and just waiting. So just come on in here. But I didn't do the wrap up last night, so I gotta get a chance to do the wrap up. Birdman was tired. Let me do the wrap up, and we're going straight to the show. We was down with the Browns, we went down to the Browns. 29-24. Cards beat the Dolphins 28-27. Eagles put a shellacking on the Bengals 37-17. Jets lost to the Pats. Hey, you know I love when Uncle Aaron is just upset. 22-25. Oh, this was an ass whipping. Detroit beat the billion-dollar team 52-14. That's what that was. Chargers put a shellacking on the Saints 26-8. Chiefs pulled out another one. 27-20. 49ers, they do what they always do against the Cowboys, beat them 30-24. Vikes lost to the Rams, and they came on. Puka Nacua and was back, right? Puka Nacua was back, 30-20.
Yes.
Let's see. Colts, Texans. Texans beat that one, 23-20. Falcons took down the Bucs, which we kind of figured that was going to happen anyway because of all the injuries they had. So 31-26. The Packers beat the Jags 30-27. Bills shellacking over the Seahawks 31-10. Oh, and the miracle Hail Mary, the Commanders pulled it out over the Bears 18-15. Broncos 28-14 over the Panthers. And last but not least, because Tish is in here, Steelers beat the Giants 26-18. That's the wrap up. Let's go to the podcast.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
A week. What a week.
What a week. Injuries.
Yes.
Prayers to Stephon Diggs. He's out for the season. It's just it was just a wild week. It was a wild week. And speaking of wild, I'm gonna start off with me first. Let's get the loser out of the way, and then we can go to the winners. We'll come over to you next. But let's get the losers out of the way.
I'm so glad I got my blanket. I'm nice and cozy for this one.
Nice and cozy for this one.
I am.
Let's just start. You 4th and 1. Let's start with play calling. Let's start there. You're 4th and 1, and you're gonna put Derrick Henry in a Wildcat. That's something you do when we tearing the fur off someone. To say, hey, no, you took Lamar out the game.
Mm-hmm.
You 4th and 1, and you put him in a Wildcat. Everybody know he's gonna get the ball. So what you think they're going to do? Rush to him.
Yep.
Momentum killer, right?
Sure.
How about nobody can't catch the ball? Let's start. Now, remember, you said this a couple weeks ago. Lamar missed Zay on that one, okay? He should have put that on him because that was a touchdown, right? Let's talk about that. Let's go to Bateman. Can't catch a pass, save your life. Hey, the sun was in my eyes. Let's go with that. Play calling, not catching the ball. Let's go on the defensive side. Oh yeah, let's go. Y'all can't catch balls neither, huh? Y'all could have had some clear interceptions that would have changed the momentum of the game. Couldn't catch. Remember, I ain't a fan of Zach Orr. His play calling is horrible. It seems like the defense ain't communicating at all. It's atrocious, this play calling that was this week. So EDC said, okay, you can't catch the ball. Let me go get another receiver. Somebody that can catch the ball. Now, I was listening to Bobby Baltimore earlier, and he was talking about Johnson, right? So he was just saying how Johnson hasn't had the best quarterbacks, right? Because remember, he was in Pittsburgh, right?
That's right.
But he said, look who was throwing to him, right?
Yep.
Mason Rudolph. Who was the other?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. Yeah, he said Kenny Pickett. All of them. He said that's who they were throwing. That's who was throwing to him. He really didn't have. He said then he had Andy Dalton. Then he said he had what's the other quarterback? Bryce Young, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says now he's coming to a reputable quarterback, right? I'm still like, okay, So when we gonna fire Zach Orr? Okay, you're getting some more depth on that receiver room. Somebody catch the ball, fine. But when we gonna fire him? Because that plan of play calling will not get us anywhere. That's gonna get us a whole bunch of losses. They moved completely away from their identity. Run the damn ball. Run the damn ball. Run the ball. Let me just go to a play that just really made it interesting. If you get a neck injury from getting an elbow from Derrick Henry, that's a problem. Who wants to hit that guy? I think, remember last show I said, I think 2 shows ago, I said I would try to take, nah, not now.
Oh. See what happens when you listen to your wise counsel?
All that back. Okay?
Yes, I'm glad you did. Good for you.
Because he hit that guy and they carted that guy off the field with his elbow.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's scary. So if you know you have a monster, he's a monster, run the damn ball at him. Run it at him.
Correct.
Because they're going to get out of his way now. Like, oh, man, he didn't hurt that dude.
Oh, yeah.
It was just bad. Let's go. We getting down to the stretch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Hamilton. Money Kyle. Money Kyle. Money. Right? Butterfingers McBob. Could have ended that game. Play calling was bad. Defense is bad. All trash. Everything is just trash. That whole game was trash. I don't even know how we put up 24 points. That whole game was trash. But it's over. It's done. Mm-hmm. Work needs to be done. Mm-hmm. And we just got to move forward. Do I like to trade? Yeah. We got a bigger body receiver in there. Maybe some more sure hands. Let's see how it goes. We got Denver coming to town. So we got Denver coming in. So let's go. You know who I haven't seen in here yet? Mr. Callaway off of X, because he's up in Cleveland. I thought he would be here today. I just knew he would be in here today.
Oh, my God.
I just said that. Yeah, I just knew he would be in here today because he said he was ready to go off the 480 bridge up there.
Unbelievable.
Dealing with Cleveland. So, but I give you the floor. You go for it.
You know, that has to be the calmest rant of a favorite team's loss I've ever heard through this one ear that I could hear out of. That has got to be the most impressive, most peaceful rant I've ever heard. But you know what?
I let everybody else do all that. No, I'm calm.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be a part of everybody else because provision number 1, what did I just see on Sunday? Number 1, okay? Now, I recall a certain 2 individuals having a conversation about the Cleveland Browns just last week about how inept they are offensively and how they cannot move the ball past the 50-yard line. That's how bad of an offense they are. We already knew that, okay? Mm-hmm. Then Deshaun gets hurt, and I have said it on my Rankings Roundtable show that's on every Wednesday on Team MBS Media. I said this last week. I said it. I do not mind the crowd booing Deshaun Watson off the field. I do not. I said it before. I'll say it again. Do not care. Do not mind. If it happened again, I would have the whole fan base go fill up the entire Cleveland Browns stadium and boo him. Okay? That's literally what should have happened. I'm glad it did. Okay? Now that I got that out the way. Famous Jameis starts for the Cleveland Browns. And
wait a minute, and just what's his name? Just fancy, whatever his name is, the coach. Wasn't calling the plays.
No. Nope. He gave up play calling because, and you know what? I said I feel bad for him last week. I still feel bad for him this week. because he gave up play calling. The one thing he's very good at, the one thing that got him the job, he gave it up because he thought that it was him. You ever have one of those relationships where it goes to an end and you're like, you have that one person that says, it's not you, it's me. Well, Kevin Stefanski thought that, maybe it's not Deshaun Watson. Maybe it's me. Maybe I should give up the play calling. And he gave it up. And the Cleveland Browns had 29 points the following week. If that's not the definition of just complete chaos in Cleveland, I don't know what does. Now, I've had a lot of people who are ecstatic that the win happened because it does give shades of last year where, Deshaun Watson plays terrible at quarterback. Then next thing you know, Cleveland goes on a run. They mess around and get in the playoffs. That's definitely not happening this year.
Oh, not this year.
They're too far in the hole. However, to see Jameis Winston play like that in the manner that he did not, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he threw a pick that game. He went that entire game and did not give the game away. He almost did that Kyle Hamilton interception, but he dropped it.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It should have been 4 interceptions in that game.
I agree.
Them dudes couldn't catch to save their life. To save their life. I said, throw it all away. Throw it all away. And even all the way at the end, still had a chance. Still had a chance.
Sure did.
But it ended the way it ended. But we talked about that whole Flacco thing. They gave up Flacco, and Flacco went to Indy. They should have kept Flacco there.
Oh, and breaking news. Guess who's starting for the Indianapolis Colts this week instead of Anthony Richardson? Joe fucking Flacco.
Flacco.
Okay? So I literally watched that entire game and was watching it in the lens of Damon here. Okay. I purposely left him alone after the game was over because I knew that it was fucking him up mentally up here. I knew it was bothering him the way
it really didn't. It didn't. And here's the reason why.
I know
it's because
just a little.
When it didn't. Let me tell you why. When I started seeing all these egregious play calling, I said, we're going to lose the damn game. Lose game.
Okay. Fair. However, I do recall a certain someone saying that the coordinator, Zach Orr, would need to be fired if the Cleveland Browns score over 19 points, I believe it was.
They ain't scored that all season.
Correct. And they dropped 29.
I'm still standing by it. I'm still standing by it. Remember when Pittsburgh was on that whole rant of getting Canada out of there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm on this rant to get, and the whole fan base is due. Get Zach or ass out of there. But you see, if he goes, Harbaugh need to go too.
Oh, so just clean the house.
Yeah.
At 5-3, just clean house.
Yeah,
interesting.
Good. Yeah. Yes. Look at these play calls. Okay? Why in the hell would you call a play like that? Why would you call any plays like that? They went away from running the ball. They did. They went completely away from it. Henry only had what? 12, 13 carries?
Yeah. It wasn't a lot. Wasn't as much as he usually get. Tell you that much.
Because remember, you keep feeding the ball, eventually he's going to break through one of them. He's going to break through. Like when he did, he went to the left side. But when he went on that right side, that's when he put old boy out the game.
Right.
Eventually, he's going to break through. So why go away from it? And one of the commentators said in the game, he said, I don't think the coordinator has faith that the Ravens can get through their defense. That's why he's gone away from the running game.
Maybe.
Why?
Maybe
Beat
that's
them up.
what it was.
Beat them up. You got a big line. Beat them up.
I don't know, man.
But hey,
I don't know.
I don't get paid the big bucks for that door.
I mean,
I'll get paid the big bucks for that door.
I don't really know what to say. I thought the way Baltimore was playing leading up to Sunday, that it was going to be Derrick Henry just steamrolling the front seven, a front seven that had a hard time stopping the run.
You and me both. You see, and it was playing to what the narrative was. They're worried about Henry.
Yes.
They're worried about him. So now, keep feeding them, right? Now you can hit them with the play action because they're coming up to try to stop him.
Right.
But wait, I'm sorry. The receivers couldn't catch the ball. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway, huh?
Yeah, I will put the glasses back on because I think we should hold. I think we should hold a funeral for Rashad Bateman's hands today. I think we all should have a moment of silence for the many times he's dropped the football from Lamar Jackson. And I think we should just have a moment of silence for the Baltimore Ravens, because I would have never thought, even if it's a division game, with the way Cleveland was playing leading up to Sunday, that they would lose this game. And I just have to have a moment of silence. I have to have the shades on because I feel bad. I genuinely do. I feel like Bateman doesn't deserve to have hands anymore. I feel like
I don't feel bad for him at all.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure Kyle Hamilton has not returned to practice because of his drop pick. Okay, I don't know if he's ever left the household since that play. Kind of don't blame him.
Because he knew he could have ended the game.
Yes.
He knew it. He knew he could have ended the game.
Yes, so we're having a funeral service for Kyle Hamilton, Rashad Bateman. I think all the receivers that dropped the ball on Sunday's game.
How about everybody that dropped that put their hands on the ball, every last one of them? Who was it? Williams?
Yes.
Who else? There was a couple of
Zay dropped one.
Holding their hands.
Yeah. I mean, just a moment of silence. And you know what? Lamar missed some throws on Sunday as well.
He did.
And I've been the main one telling everybody that as much as we love Lamar Jackson and we appreciate how dynamic and electric he is, if he's going to miss these wide open throws, it's going to get ugly. And sure enough, they don't have the greatest record when he's throwing the ball 38 times. I hate to put him in the same conversation as Dak because he's not in the same realm. But the Ravens' victories don't typically come off of Lamar Jackson throwing the ball 35 plus times. It just doesn't happen, typically. They run the ball down your throats often, and they gain as much yards as possible. Next thing you know, they're in the end zone. They win time possession. The list goes on and on. Cleveland beat y'all on time possession. That never happens.
Again, if they would have ran the damn ball, it would have probably been a different story.
Agreed.
But Marvin, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. He is exactly right with this comment. Man, that defense couldn't stop a paper bag.
That's true.
A cardboard box. Nothing.
That's true. But we kind of already knew this about the defense. We knew. I've been trolling. I've been factual. I've been honest. I've been hilarious. I've been delirious. I've been the whole nine about how bad this pass defense is. I've been talking about it for all year. All year. Okay? It hasn't changed.
He needs to go. Zach Orr needs to go. You know who I would love to come in here?
Who's that?
Belichick.
Wow. You know, he's going to ultimately want to take that head coaching job.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you want? The adversary for 20 years, you want that being the head coach of your team?
He won 7 Super Bowls, didn't
he? He sure the
well,
hell did.
6, right? I'm sorry, 6.
He sure the hell did.
Okay, then. Then he has a formula.
Okay.
He has a formula. Hey, at this point, I'll take Vrabel.
Vrabel's not a bad idea. Vrabel's not a bad idea.
But Zach needs to go.
I was about to say, y'all don't make mid-season changes anyway. Y'all not the Panthers. Or y'all not like the trying to think of the team.
Leslie Frazier is available.
Yeah. I don't know.
So we got people available.
Sure.
That got to go, man. Got to go. Got to go. He got to go. He has to go.
I don't know. I will say this though. I think that it's also important to note that the defense from last year did have some different faces in some very high places. Okay? In some very key spots. Now, I know, we're not talking about him as much today because he's playing for the Cincinnati Bengals. But Geno Stone last year, if I'm not mistaken, was leading the league in interceptions from the safety spot. Okay? No joke. All right? You had corners all over the place, strapping things up. You had linebackers who was covering from sideline to sideline and was going after the quarterback at will. Outside of Roquan Smith, who was going after the quarterback today? Who was covering these tight ends today? Not a whole lot of them. So I think it's important to note that this is not the same defense from last year that was putting up daunting numbers all year long. This is not the same defense. It has some different names added to it, and we get that. But to be this bad as a passing defense, it's something totally different.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's something totally different. And teams are starting to pick them apart. And the longer that this goes on for, it might end up costing y'all come playoff time.
Could. If it doesn't change.
I don't know.
We was a lot better last year. A lot better.
Like, they were middle in the pack last year with pass defense. They were middle of the pack. It wasn't, I mean, that was that. But
who the hell is going to outscore the Lions?
Man, look.
We're going to get to Detroit in a minute. We're going to get to Detroit in a minute.
I don't even know where to start on that one. That was just unbelievable. But I mean, yeah, like I said, your front seven has some changes. Your linebacking core. Say what you want about Patrick Queen. I know we've been, kind of putting him to bed all year long, and rightfully so, with what he's doing in Pittsburgh. But I'm pretty sure y'all can use Patrick Queen today. To pair him with Roquan. Yeah. Y'all could use him. Because the linebackers outside of Roquan is
terrible.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good.
You see I'm wearing 20, right?
Absolutely.
And Ed Reed had came on and said, this is horrible. This is an embarrassment to us.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard what Ray said yet. But this is an embarrassment. Young Stevie Wonder knows his football.
You are absolutely right. And for that alone, I think instead of me holding a funeral, I will act like the refs every once in a blue moon and be blind the same way that young Stevie Wonder would be.
Especially in a Chiefs game. Sorry.
Hey, look. I'm just following doctor's orders here.
but
I'm just following
again,
doctor's orders here.
terrible performance. Terrible. It's over, done with. Let's move to Denver. So that's how I look at it. Let's move to Denver.
Okay.
Because I was like, that was just a terrible performance. Terrible. And I call it like it is.
Okay.
I ain't gonna make no excuses for him. I ain't making no excuses. That was a horrible game. Horrible. Now, if they bomb the Denver like that,
now
it's coaching. It's coaching if they bomb the Denver like that. So we'll see.
That's true.
But
that's true.
we'll see. We'll see. But you know something? I'm gonna take it to a winner side. You go ahead and talk about your game with the Bengals.
Hey, you know what? It's okay. I am going to bring the light to the show. I feel like we started off with a funeral. Let's start with how about a celebration, if you will, for a team that is 5-2, and yet another team, might I add, another NFC East team that has beaten a team in the AFC North. A thing that I should have bet on at the beginning of this year. You should have,
because Cleveland let us down right at the beginning of the season.
At the beginning, I knew it. I should have went for the house. I should have went for the cars. I should have went from everything that you own for me to bet on that. I should have, and I didn't because I was scared. Shame on me. Lesson learned. Never do that again. Now, I want to address this comment real fast. Random question for you. Why do you think there aren't more left-handed quarterbacks in the league? Ooh. Well, Chris, I mean, it's simple. There's a lot more people in the world that are right-handed. Hey, I mean, it could just be as simple as that. I think when you find out the guys who are left-handed, they're kind of like kind of a little inaccurate. We do have
the ball spins the wrong way easy.
That is also true. Now,
because wait, your lefty in the league right now is Tua.
That's right.
That's Tua. Your lefty in the league.
Now, Tua is a little bit different story because of the fact that he's 5'4" and only can see the tight end, barely, with his passes. But outside of Tua, that's really about it. There's a lot of right-handers in the league, and there's a lot of right-handers in this world. That's kind of what it boils down to. I think it's just as simple as that.
Look at the draw.
Okay.
Look at the draw.
So we have Michael Penix, who's a backup for the Falcons. He's a lefty, but we'll have to see if he even gets playing time come next year, to be honest with you, or this year for that matter. But I mean, look, just to go back to it, this is another team in the NFC East that beat a team in
Someone
the
AFC North.
Yes. Oh, yes. I just want to put that out there. And I am going to take these shades off for a moment of straight happiness for my lovely Philadelphia Eagles. See, it's one thing to win, okay? We've had wins against the Cleveland Browns where we struggled offensively, and we had games against the Giants where we had a blowout, but, it's still the Giants, so don't really kind of give that a thing, to be honest with you. But the Bengals, though, the low-key surging Bengals, we played them on the road, okay? Sometimes we have a hard time against teams that are on the road.
Which they changed their end zone color. But go ahead.
Oh, yeah. And to win that game, 37 points on the board, brought tears to my eyes.
It tells you that defense was trash too.
Look, it really did. It brought tears to my eyes to see Saquon Barkley get 100 yards as he did yet again. It was It was tears to my eyes to see Jalen Hurts go 16 for 20 and not turn the ball over. It was pleasing to my eyes to see a defense who got an interception. It was pleasing to my eyes. It really was to see a team who played complimentary football for the most of this game. And I gotta say, man, it was awesome. It was a treat. It brought me so much joy. And you know what? I couldn't really celebrate it, because, I know that my co-host here, Damon, he was going through a rough time dealing with the Browns loss. I know it was rough, so we couldn't celebrate it together.
I was not going through a rough time.
Look,
we lost. Plain and simple. Whenever I say we lost, I always say we lost. We lost. I never make excuses for them. Never.
I'm not saying you should.
I wore 20 because that was an embarrassment to this.
I'm not saying you should, but today, as we come across week 9, I am grateful. I am covered in Eagles cloth today because of how well they played on Sunday, and I am so very much so encouraged of how they played, and I gotta say, man, it's a blessing. It really is. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good today. The Cowboys lost. I don't care what the score was. They lost big time after them leading in the first half. Typical Cowboys stuff. The Giants lost last night. To see all these teams except for the one team that we needed to lose, which was the Commanders, and we will get to them in a second. For us to be on the winning side and to be on a winning streak, might I add. I gotta say,
great.
It feels good. I'm breathing good. No asthma in sight. There's none of that. It feels like I've been outside all day. It feels like I haven't touched the controller all day. As you can see, I have, so it's too little too late for me. But it feels great. Sunshine. It's one of the best feelings in the world. Look, you got to understand my pain. I want Nick Sirianni fired. He's still not fired yet. We still haven't scored a single point in the first quarter. So to not score a single point in the first quarter and still drop 37 today, I'm feeling green, baby. I'm feeling midnight green. I am
feeling, next subject, please.
I am feeling brotherly lovely today. Okay, it's a great place today for me. It is mentally, emotionally, as a fan. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I got to give them a shine. They won. I'm giving them a shine. They won.
It feels great, man. Usually I'll look at it from a lens of me doing my job. And look, I will say this. The way it started out looked like the Bengals was about to tear the fur off of us because the many times they had completed the third down conversion. It was brutal, okay? Outside of that first quarter, though, I saw the Eagles defense step up. I saw Jalen Hurts step up. I saw a deep ball to Devontae Smith. I saw Saquon Barkley get 100 yards. It was beautiful, man. You had to be there, and I wasn't even there. It was awesome, man. I can't even get mad. I'm not in disarray today. It feels good. I'm in my pearly whites. I got the white do-rag. I'm feeling holier than thou today. This is wonderful. It feels great.
It says Jalen owns the East. Well, yet to be seen. They haven't played yet.
We haven't played y'all yet.
It's not gonna be an Eagles show. I gotta give him a shot.
It's not. I just need y'all to understand my pain here. Okay, it's not easy being an Eagles fan. Okay, this entire season we've been waiting for Nick Sirianni to be fired. He's probably not going to be fired because we're going to find ourselves in the playoffs again. So that'll be another reason for him to stay as a head coach, unfortunately. But all that aside, oh man, to see the players play well for once, complimentary football. That is something I don't traditionally see. On the road, oh man, it feels good. It feels good today. I can't even lie. It feels great. I feel like I need to drink some Taylor Port or something. It's cool. It's cool. You know
Oh my
what?
God, y'all one ain't used to it.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we didn't have to make a change in the middle of a winning streak for the sake of a quarterback's feelings, okay? Sorry that we don't operate like that in Philadelphia, okay, Tish?
Oh, we coming here next.
Okay?
We're coming here next.
I just wanted to put that out there. I'm sorry we're not like the franchise that y'all are today, where we just get to change quarterbacks whenever you feel like it because someone wasn't, satisfied, okay? Look, we're good. 5-3. Yes, Taylor Port. I might grab me some in a little bit, okay? But with that being said, man, it's good. I could breathe easily today. It feels great. And by the way, let me also say this again.
Look at this comment. Get like us. Oh God.
We are. We have 2 losses to our name. Tish, don't you start with me. I am not doing this. I am not doing this. How dare you?
Stop your whining.
It ain't whining, baby.
Hey, here we go. We talking all this right now, but who's gonna stop Detroit?
That's
what I want to know. Because that was
no
an
one.
ass whipping.
No one.
And I'm waiting to hear they like, oh, Detroit ain't played nobody. Okay.
Look,
Who's in the NFC gonna stop Detroit?
dog.
I'm just saying, like, got 2 firsts, a third, and golf for Stafford. Yeah, we got all that. But what I'm saying is that Dan Campbell has a hell. You honestly believe that the 49ers is going to? No,
not this 49ers team.
Not this 49ers team.
Nope.
No.
No, sorry.
Detroit, in my opinion, is the most complete team. It is. When I saw them, what was it? I think it was last week. They ran a play where Goff was running and caught the touchdown pass. Go!
Oh yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. That's right. Yep.
Where do you line up offensive lineman at wide receiver?
Man, seriously, I saw this stat today and I looked at it and I glanced at it, didn't think it was a real thing. Did you know that the last 5 games that the Detroit Lions have played, they have had 24 offensive touchdowns to just 19 incompletions? The last 5 games, 24 offensive touchdowns and 19 incompletions. They scored 52 points on Sunday, and Jared Goff did not throw over 100 yards. How?
Wait a minute. I got you. If you blinked, Detroit scored a touchdown. If you went to the bathroom and came back, Detroit scored another touchdown.
Oh, my God.
If you went and got something to drink and came back, Detroit scored another touchdown. If you left, went to the store, and came back, Detroit scored 2 touchdowns.
Oh, my God. Like, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And
they could have scored more.
I was just getting ready to say that.
And what did Dan Campbell say in his press conference? Oh, we looking for championships. They ain't playing.
No.
Dan Campbell is not playing. And I'm going to get on Remy here for a second.
Sure.
Let's go back to that game which y'all had Detroit last year. If it wasn't for Dan Campbell going for it on 4th down and not completing, and they'd have kicked those field goals, they would have won that game.
Absolutely.
Because that's 6 points, they would have won the game.
Absolutely. Even
they
if
lost.
Score. Yeah.
They lost. It's in the books. 49ers won it. But if Dan Campbell wouldn't have gambled and kicked those 2 field goals, 49ers would have lost that game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was a blowout. Did y'all forget that it was a blowout last year? Did y'all forget about that? It was a blowout last year. And Dan Campbell just went over his skis. But I mean, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Okay, Remy, I wasn't prepared for that comment. I ain't gonna lie. I you know what? I'm putting the shades back on because it looks like we're gonna have to hold another funeral service for Remy's keyboards or keys. Rest in peace to the comfort.
typing.
Yeah, the typing
The
that
typing.
comes with his keys today. There ain't the same after this comment. I just want to put that out there. Because what? But I mean, seriously, it's the way Detroit's playing right now. Who's
going to stop him?
Who? Like, I would like to think that I don't know. Washington's too young. Their defense is questionable. I can't say us because our defense is kind of questionable.
No one right now.
Atlanta's untrustworthy.
Yeah. Can't count on Tampa anymore.
Can't count on Tampa anymore.
I would love to see this. I would definitely love to see that.
It looks like it looks like it has to be.
Yeah.
It looks
So
like
many
it
weapons
has to
they
be.
did without GMO too. Here's the thing.
No Jameson Wills. No
and
Jameson
me
Williams,
and me and TJ, we talked about something.
Mhm.
And we talked about y'all losing Aiden Hutchinson, right?
which was huge.
Which was huge. But they're still beasting, right? So we were saying, what if a trade came down and they got Myles Garrett in Detroit?
Yeah.
Let
me tell you something,
I'm not
Craig.
getting him off my show, but let me tell you why. Because he's one of these co-hosts on this show.
Okay, look, listen here, Craig. Just because you have a Hail Mary to your name, and because Dan Snyder is no longer an owner of your team, leave us and leave me alone. Okay, I'm here and I'm here to stay. Damn it. Okay, Craig. I just want you to know that and make that very, very clear. I don't care if we go 0-16. Okay. Actually, I would care. You may not see me for a couple weeks, and it may get real dark.
A couple weeks, huh?
It may get real dark in here real fast. All right, but neither here nor to say. I'm here and I'm here to stay, baby. Win, lose, or draw. You know this. That's how this show rolls, and that's how we do. Okay.
That's it. And this is a free platform for anybody to rep their team. So you rep your team. Hey, that Hail Mary was great, right? 17 games now.
Yeah, well, yeah. I said 0-16.
Well, you had to figure like this. They get a bye week, so it's still 16.
I was about to say.
It's still
Look,
16.
I would need a bye week, and I'm a damn fan. If they go 0-16, look, no, absolutely not. So we will. We will. And I hope you're here too, by the way. I hope you are here on the Tuesday episode. That is, let me see. Let me make sure I take a look.
Wait a minute. Where are they playing?
I think if I'm not mistaken, we're in Washington.
Okay.
Let me see.
Guess who's going to be there?
You.
Me. I am.
Oh my God. Yeah. Let me see. 14th. No, we're at home. So it's in Philly. It's in
Philly.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be a fight up there.
Oh, you're damn right.
But I'm waiting for the conclusion. 14th. Let me mark this down right now. 14th.
Yes. Craig, you better be here. Don't you run away. I got you tagged right here. In fact, I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna take a picture
Wait. Bets? Any bets? Any bets? Any bets? Any bets? I'm just saying, any bets?
I don't know. Hey, you know what? I'll you know what? I'll do this. I'll do this. It's a good. You know what? Get back to me on that. You get back to me on that. I get back to me on that. We'll have to see. I'll come up with something, Craig. Don't worry. I got something for you. Don't worry.
All right, Marvin. Just let me know where you be at, so I'll come see you. So, but yeah, I'll be there for that one.
Okay.
You know, I'll be there for that one.
So
I like Washington in that game. Okay. I owe you a bottle. You know where to find me. It's not like I can hide. You know where to find me. Oh my God! Hey, Angela's back. She got the lemon pepper and the Cajun wings.
Lemon pepper and the Cajun wings.
Okay, he said 100 spot.
100 spot.
100 spot.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
It's a bet. It's a bet.
I'll do it.
It's a bet. 14th, Washington Eagles, 100 spot.
What the hell's going on with us doing damn wagers on this show? What is this?
Hey,
what does this come to?
I'm writing this stuff down.
Shit, me too. Me too.
But
I got it.
Like
here.
I said, I'm gonna go back to Detroit for a second. Then I'm gonna jump off of him. Do you think that Sean Watson? Oh hell yeah,
yes.
he done. Hell yeah, he done.
Get out of here. Deal's a deal, my friend. Deal's my deal. You got it. You got it. I wish the game was tomorrow. I wish this game was tomorrow. Uh-oh. Did you go mute on me? Oh, boy. Offensive Rookie of the Year, y'all? Really? I mean, he's going to get it, but don't bet against him? Okay. All right. All right. We at home, by the way. I just want to put that out there. If we had to go to Washington, that might be a little bit different. But we're at home for that game.
All right, here we go. Division games. Division games are always tough.
Absolutely.
Always tough. So that's gonna be something else.
But no, going back to Detroit, man. I mean, this is the most complete team in the entire NFL, and I'm not joking. Like I have to look across the NFL, and everybody has a question mark. I mean, even Detroit, you could say their back end is somewhat of an issue, but outside of the back end, even the back end is not an issue.
Who's going to stop them?
No one.
Who's going to stop them? Seriously,
Maybe.
Who's going to stop Detroit?
I don't know.
You know something? If we were even to play Detroit today, it'd be a different damn story. Detroit would wear us out.
Yes.
Detroit would it'd be a different story.
And you're saying that with Derrick Henry in your backfield and Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. It's crazy.
That would be a different story.
So
Dan Campbell just schemes things up. Greatly, man. I what can I say about
no words. I have no words.
But let's go to Monday Night Football. I got to give them shine since they won.
Sure.
Because Tish be waiting. Right. Maybe you can score 30 on Detroit and still lose by 17.
It's the truth, though.
Yeah, it is.
That's how high-powered their offense is.
It's
Absolutely.
crazy. It is crazy how Dan Campbell has put the whole thing. He said he wants championships. I'm not mad at the guy.
Right.
I'm not mad at the guy.
Do we really have to cover Monday Night Football? Do we have
No,
to?
it's not our offensive coordinator. It's our defensive coordinator. Let's get that straight. That's who it is.
Oh boy.
And injuries may take a toll. We don't know yet. Yeah, injuries take a toll on everybody. Oh, you know what happened on Monday night because you ain't been here all season. Have you noticed, our fair weather fans pop up?
We love those, don't we? We love
he showed
those
up week 8.
Right.
Week 1 through 7, where was he? Nowhere to be found. Tish is a good representation, and Dante.
Right. What happened Monday night? Y'all played the New York Giants, and y'all won at home. Congratulations.
And New York was giving them a fight, which surprised me.
It ain't surprised me.
I
ain't
was
surprised me. They got a defense. That's the one thing you could always count on New York, the Giants for having. They have a solid defense. They just don't have an offense.
No.
That's it.
But actually, Daniel Jones was doing pretty good. He was second guessing his throws, though. I have a new schedule at work. Oh, blame it on work. Yeah, we do, TJ.
Oh, my God.
Listen.
Unbelievable.
When I was looking at some of those horrendous calls last night, they took points off the board on both touchdowns, right? Mm-hmm. One on the Giants, one on the Steelers. I said, okay, maybe they're calling it down the middle.
Yeah, I guess.
As much as I hate Pittsburgh, I had to say Tomlin finds a way to get his team together and play. Yeah. And even with that quarterback change, that kind of pissed off his locker room.
Well, I mean, it could piss you off. It could piss me off. Man, apparently it's different. Because let me tell you, as much as you could say it's two New York teams, it was the Jets last week, it's the Giants this week. That running game is pretty legit. Najee Harris is no joke. He got another 100 yards again last night.
And Pickens. And Pickens.
Yeah, so I mean,
I think in 3 weeks we play them.
Maybe Russ.
You're not sold on Wilson. He's starting to get his groove.
He is, man.
Now, the thing with Pickens, when he caught that, they took that touchdown back because he didn't put the other foot down. Yeah. And I kept looking at it. I was like, wait a minute, his foot didn't go down. His foot didn't go down. Sure enough, he double tapped the right, but never put the left one down.
Which, by the way, if that happens, there should be a new rule that if you double tap one foot, that should count as 2. I'm sorry. Like that, that's just.
If it had been college, it would have been counted anyway because all they did is one foot.
That's true.
That's all they needed.
Either one. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Steelers are playing Steelers football, man. And now they got a quarterback who's willing to throw the deep ball. And, which is ironic because he'll throw a deep ball. But if you ask him to throw the ball 5 yards away from him, he
throws it to the ground.
I don't understand that, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm watching. They're 6-2. They're on top of the AFC North today.
Yep.
I'm lost for words. I already knew about the defense. Their defense was going to be great regardless, but
hey, they got the disruptor.
Yeah,
the disruptor.
Who, by the way, had a trifecta. He forced a fumble, recovered the fumble,
sack,
right?
Sack, right?
Come on, man.
They got the disruptor.
So I have no words about the Pittsburgh Steelers today. They changed. They did a change that not a whole lot of people agreed with, including me, and it's working.
It's working.
I can't get mad at them for something that's working. Usually you say if the glass ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, shit, it ain't break, but it's fixed. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say today. Y'all playing well, 6-2. We'll see how long it lasts, but I don't know. They can very well cruise the rest of the season if they really want to.
They're on a bye week next week anyway, so
yeah. So I mean that's what I'm saying though. The rest of this year they can just cruise. Honestly, they can go. Yeah. They can have 5 wins the rest of the way and be totally fine. It's still a 10-win game, a 10-win season. They could mess around and still get in the playoffs. It's still possible.
The thing is when we get to December, that's going to decide. Because again, if you look at the whole AFC North schedule in December, they got them playing 3 games within like a 14-day period.
Correct.
Which no other team in the NFL has that schedule.
Houston does. I just looked that up yesterday.
And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
In December, the whole AFC North. I said, And remember, they still got to play the Texans. We still got to play, and that's everybody in the AFC North. Still got to play Texas. They still got to play all those other teams.
Yeah, still got to play us.
Yep.
Which, oh, by the way, lately, the Steelers haven't done a pretty good job of beating us. Just want to put that out there. So.
Are you putting it out there?
Yeah. I mean, for those who know, they know. And for those who don't, they'll find out. You know, the little chart, fuck around and find out. Yeah, it might be one of those cases. I don't know. But, yeah, you know, still have a lot of teams. So, I don't know.
I know. They haven't played the conference game yet.
Yeah.
Not
We'll
one.
have to see. We'll have to see. I like what I'm seeing, though. And Mike Tomlin, shit. Yet again, might have to be in the conversation for Coach of the Year. I feel like I've been sounding like a broken record the last 5 years of me talking about Mike Tomlin. Everybody wants to talk about Mike Tomlin being fired, and Mike Tomlin this, and Mike Tomlin that. Yet every single year.
It was Matt Canada first. It all started with Matt Canada.
Of course. But every time the Steelers lose, that's the first thing Steelers fans want to do. They want to get rid of Tomlin. Tomlin this, Tomlin that, this, that, and the third. But every year I come back to, hell, he
1-1.
He might win Coach of the Year.
Just me. If it doesn't be Dan Campbell.
Damn, Dan Campbell hasn't won it yet. Yep, that's his. Never mind.
Dan Campbell.
Yep, that's his. Yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote on that one. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I thought he won it last year. I honestly thought he won it last year. But yeah. Coach of the Year, Dan Campbell, baby.
Yeah.
But Mike Tomlin's doing Mike Tomlin's doing his thing, man. Defense playing well, offense stepping up, running games playing astounding.
Like I said, watch the whole game. It's just I was surprised the Giants had success. I wasn't, because you can't trust old boy Daniel Jones. You can't trust him.
No.
You can't trust him at all. But he made some nice throws. He did. And their running game, which I didn't think somebody could really run on the Steelers.
Man, whoa. I didn't even think about that. I know I just talked about the defense, but their backup, isn't their backup running back? Yeah,
yes.
Singletary is out. 145 yards rushing.
Touchdown.
Yeah, that was something. But it's still the Steelers defense, man. I ain't even. Yeah.
And
I have nothing to say.
Gives him a forearm and puts somebody out on a cart.
Yeah. I have nothing to say, man. I really don't. I have nothing to say.
Listen. The rest of these games. Okay, let me go to Miami. Let me go to Miami.
Miami? Do we have to?
Yeah.
Why?
I just want to go for a second.
Sure.
I just want to go for a second. Do I agree with Tua coming back? No, I don't. Because he is one shot away from a retirement. One.
If not worse. Yeah.
Yeah, one shot away from a retirement. But for him to come back and they scored 27 points, getting into pretty much a shootout with Kyler Murray, was impressive. I had to give him that. But I am truly concerned because all it takes is one shot.
Yeah.
And he's gone. But like I said, for them to put out a shootout, does that offense really revolve around him? Because for him to come back, look what's happening. Even though he lost.
Yeah, it looks like a brand new team again, don't it?
Yes. because they was nothing without him being on that field.
Yeah.
He comes back like, oh, it's like I never left.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, and that's why I think a lot of people today are wondering if Mike McDaniel is really that good of a head coach or if he's just really overrated. Because, usually we lauded him for so long about him being such a mastermind in offensive play calling. But sometimes you have to be a coach too, even with the guys that you have available to you. And with the guys that he had available to him at quarterback, he could not get the job done. So much so that it has now costed them their season. And two things could be right at the same time. Mike McDaniel is overrated, and they need Tua to run their offense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Now, do I think it's sustainable? No, I don't. I think Miami's front office today needs to have a serious conversation about Tua going forward. I know y'all just paid him that contract extension.
Let me give you this good severance package. Go retire.
Yeah, seriously. I know y'all just paid him.
Go retire.
I know y'all just paid him. Can't
pay
do
the man
this.
out. Pay his contract out here. Go retire. Because
seriously,
I'm telling you, if he gets hurt to the point that ain't no coming back from it, now everybody wants to sue.
Mm-hmm.
NFL be like, no, we ain't going for that.
Well, like I said last week, I'll say it again. If they think about suing, we already know what the end result's going to be. The NFL will win because they have been the main ones advocating for Tua to stop playing. Ultimately, that's what all the concussion protocols have always shown. That's why he's been out as long as he was.
Right.
The NFL did its part. There's only so much you can do until the inevitable happens. And when the inevitable happens, they will win that lawsuit if it does go there. I hope it doesn't. But if it does go there, that will be the end result. And it should not be a shock to no one. Because we saw this coming. We saw this coming. I said it last week. I'll say it again. We saw this shit coming. It should not be a surprise.
Okay. We got to do our free press, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
we got to do our free press because they're still undefeated. We got to give this press to the Chiefs because they're still undefeated. It's been 308 days since the Chiefs lost. And you know who they lost to?
Who?
Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time they lost.
Yep.
That's the last time they lost.
I think that was was that Christmas of last year?
Yep.
Or on that Christmas week? Yep. Oh yeah.
And as we said, the schedule favors them.
Sure.
Favors them.
Sure thing. Absolutely.
The refs. What's up, sir?
What's going on, y'all? I think we're too little too late, man. I think I might have to wave the white flag. You know what? I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wave the white flag here. I think we're too little too late. I'm serious. Cause look, we had our time the first 5 weeks of the year. We did. Telling everybody that, the Chiefs are struggling. They're struggling offensively. Mahomes this, Mahomes doesn't play well. His stats are showing it. All this other stuff.
More interceptions than anybody in the league.
Y'all say what the hell y'all want. They are 7-0 today. And you're going to look up 5 weeks later at the end of the year, and they're going to be, 15-2? And the only reason why they lost those 2 games is because literally they locked up the number 1 seed and they're resting at everybody. That's it. I literally cannot express enough of just how well buttoned up this Kansas City Chiefs team is. I'm serious. I wave the white flag now, everyone. You want to know why? They won that game 27-20, and honestly, it really should be 27-13. They gave up a lucky touchdown to Vegas.
Right.
They won that game with DeAndre Hopkins, the guy they just signed, that they said they were going to target the ball a lot. He only had 3 receptions. You think that's going to happen every week? No. Do you think Patrick Mahomes is going to keep throwing interceptions? That will eventually die down too.
Yep.
I know he threw one, but that will eventually die down too. And when it does, along with the defense playing lights out, yes, by the way, top 5 defense, they're going to start playing complimentary football, which is something that you would hope to expect with a team that's undefeated. They're undefeated and they're not even playing complimentary football yet.
What did they say? It was the worst looking undefeated team ever.
White flag, ladies and gentlemen. Wave it. Wave it. Put it in the comment section right now. Wave it now. It's too late. We are midway through the season, and unless injury happens that gets in the way of the Kansas City Chiefs, wave it. Wave it. I'm not joking. This is it. We tried. We tried. They are not losing despite their offense, which is their baby, not playing well. I'm done. I'm done. What more can we do? What more could we do?
So am I. Who's your brown bag, sir?
See, so, wow. I was watching YouTube today, and I saw John Middlecoff. He has a podcast called 3 and Out Podcast, where he was going over the penthouse and the outhouse. Now, our brown bag is his definition of the outhouse, the teams who are not worth discussing, but we have to discuss them because we love trolling them. And he described this team as that porta potty at the concert that everyone has used and there's still a big old line and you have to use it and you really gotta go. And then you finally get in there and it reeks. It smells like everyone did. Missed a spot, missed a couple, probably messed around and had, whatever entanglements in there. If you know, you know. But you have to go so bad. And then you finally go in there and it's like, this is the worst I've ever smelt. And the team that he was referring to is the Carolina Panthers. Y'all get the biggest brown bag known to mankind. Y'all offense stinks. Your defense sucks. Your head coach looks like he should be casting for some adult movies. He looks like he shouldn't be a head coach, to be honest with you. He sure enough don't do any play calls in that direction. I mean, to get beaten up the way they did by Denver, which is kind of ironic given the fact that Denver is notorious for having Miami drop 70 points on them. Man, just off of that alone, they are the stinky team in the NFL is the Carolina Panthers today. And I thought it was so well broken down the way that John broke it down for me. It was so well eloquently said. So eloquently put. So I had to have them as one of my brown bags. I have to.
Hey, Jerry Jones gets a brown bag every week.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, he gets it. He's so out of touch. It makes no sense. All right, I guess it's me now, huh?
Absolutely.
Me? Oh, I'm giving it to us.
Ooh.
I'm giving it to us for the play calling. I'm giving it to us for the can't catch a ball on offense or defense. I'm giving it to us for the bad calls, Todd Monken, everything about that performance. The Ravens, we get a brown bag.
Ooh.
Brown bag, seal it up. As a matter of fact, we're not as bad as that porta potty, but goddamn, we stunk it up though. So I'm giving us a brown bag for that performance.
Okay. My second brown bag goes to Anthony Richardson, the quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. A guy who subbed himself out, not because he was hurt, not because of an illness, not because the coach subbed him out. He subbed himself out because he was tired. So I'm giving him a brown bag today. And to make sure that he breathes well, I'm going to make sure that I cut up enough holes in the brown bag so that way he's not winded, so that way he can have all the air necessary for him to breathe and to not be tired. Because now that you subbed yourself out, out of you starting at quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Because yet again, Joe Flacco is your starting quarterback for the Colts this week. And Anthony Richardson, off of that alone, in the first half, if I'm not mistaken, he went like 3 for 10. So we already knew how inaccurate he was, but to see that was brutal. Off of that alone, you should get a brown bag. I will make sure that the brown bag is purposely designed so that way the holes are necessary for him to breathe, so that way he can be as comfortable as possible sitting on that bench. That's where he's going to be this Sunday.
That's where he's going to be the rest of the season.
And I just want him to be comfortable breathing, since he has a hard time, having himself stay together to be in conditions to play football at the quarterback position. He gets a brown bag with holes. He gets a brown bag with holes so he can breathe, so he's not winded. That's my brown bag for him. He gets a brown bag off of that alone. I think I did all the. I think I covered all the precautions necessary. I swear I did. And if I didn't, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, he's gonna tap the brown bag and say he needs another one.
Come on, man, get out of here! Get out of here! You're not supposed to say that stuff.
I got you.
Okay.
$1 billion team, you get a brown bag. I'm getting the turf for the fur. I mean the brakes. I mean everything beat off of you by Detroit. Did y'all even show up for the game? Wait, did y'all leave the hotel? I'm just trying to figure out where y'all got lost going to Ford Field. I'm just asking because they give you an escort going into the stadium. It's not like you left behind. You left everything in the room. You left your water. You left your juice. You left your nuts. You left every damn thing in your damn room because Detroit said, we just going to have our way with you and smack you around. We own you. We own you up here. Wait a minute. Didn't Aaron Rodgers say that? I own you, Chicago. That's what Detroit just did to Tennessee. Owned them.
Oh, I am glad that you brought up Aaron Rodgers because my last brown bag is going to the New York fucking Jets today. What the fuck did I just see on Sunday? It's one thing to lose to a division rival because division matchups are always tricky. We already talked about that. But to lose to the New England Patriots, who, by the way, started a rookie quarterback who got hurt in that game and ultimately lost to Jacoby Brissett. I will say this again. They lost that game to a rookie quarterback and Jacoby Brissett. 2-6. Aaron Rodgers cannot throw the ball to save his life, apparently. That alone, you get the biggest, dirtiest brown bag there is. And by the way, I know that's kind of a thing in New York.
We have to make that one special. I got you.
Okay. Do you need to make it black? I know he has a thing about darkness.
There you go. A darkness brown bag.
A darkness brown bag. I think that's what we should do. Since he loves darkness retreat so much, that's what we should do. The Jets are they're a joke. They're a joke. I can't take them serious. No one should take them serious. Aaron Rodgers is not a leader. which is something that a lot of people have said, but we didn't really believe to be
Since he
true
got
until
Robert
now.
Saleh fired.
Yeah, like this is your team, but yet you're not leading it. It's ridiculous. I just altogether, you lose to the Patriots. I'm sorry, you get a brown bag off of that alone.
Oh
But
yeah.
to be 2-6 and Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, yeah, just make it nice and black for him since he has a thing with darkness.
Well, for darkness, right?
Yeah.
He don't get a brown bag. He gets a black bag.
He gets a black bag. He gets a
a
coveted black bag.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Get out of here, man! Ridiculous. It's a joke.
Oh, I think I'm done on my soapbox.
Oh my God!
Thank y'all, each and every last one that came in. If you won, congratulations to you. If you lost like I did, do better next week. We see y'all later. We see you next week.